I wanted to make a short little video on this guy here. This is a reflector-based laser navigation beacon, all-in-one integrated laser scanner and navigation module. It sits well above the automated guided vehicles and is used in wide area warehousing, automotive manufacturing, or industrial processing plants. It does not require any underground wires. The way it works is it identifies reflective reflectors placed on walls in working areas, and the laser beam covers a full 360-degree area. By measuring the distance and angle to the reflectors, it is possible to determine a vehicle's precise location at any time during a given process or journey. The company is Guidance Automation, and the main office is in the United Kingdom. It's a very neat little guy. So I'm gonna remove the top part that rotates and try to clean it. And this is where all the dust comes in, and the dust gets inside and blocks the beam sometimes, and it stops working. So I'm going to try to remove it, and the way we're going to do it is by removing these little covers, and then there's a screw that will allow me to raise this rotor. So let's see what happens. I'm thinking of using this screwdriver to remove the top caps, but it might still be too thick. So I'm going to try to grind it down just a little bit more so I don't scratch it. Try not to scratch it. I wish I had like a plastic thing, like what they use for iPhones to open them, with these plastic guitar picks, but I don't have any of those. So let me try to grind it, and then we'll use it and see if we can open it up. Okay, I was able to remove them, but I did put a little scratch there and scratches there. It was really hard to pop out. I just didn't want anybody to know I was in there, but they're gonna know. So, oh well. We're gonna remove those screws right there. Okay, loosen them up. I'm gonna take them out. Oh, I don't want to lose those. Okay. So right here. Right here. Lift this up. And there you go. That's what we got in here. Okay, we have a board there, and then it shoots the laser through here. So we gotta make sure all this is really clean. I don't see a lot of dust, so it's not bad. I don't see a lot of dust. See the laser? That's pretty cool. Wow. So that's what it looks like inside of one. I don't know a lot, but I don't know a lot about this, but I want to learn. I want to know what board is the receiver board. receives information from the main computer on the vehicle. Because this particular one is shutting off, and then when it turns on it loses its location. So I don't know if that's the board that receives the information where the vehicle is when it wakes up. It just doesn't see the reflectors. It gets a battery changed, and then the battery retainer comes up, and I believe the retainer that holds the battery in, it's like a little thing that goes up and down. If partially sees the reflectors, that will come on. I think that's that's the input for the battery retainer. Wonder what's in here. More boards. So anyway, I'm just gonna clean this little glass here, and I just wanted to see what was in here. I think that's like a little mirror. Not sure what that is. Okay, let's get some of this one. Duster aerosol dust removal system. Okay. I don't see any marks, any burn marks or anything. Is this dust right here? See that dust? So let's try to clean that. This is what I use to wipe down the lasers, and I also use, for the lenses, I use Purasol, a lens cleaner. So I'll put a little bit on the tissue and wipe it down. Where is it? Right here. See all that dust? Yep. That was pretty filthy in there. I don't think that was my problem, but it's pretty filthy. Let me get another tissue and I'll clean the lens from the inside. Yeah, it wasn't that bad. But last time I had this problem with the laser and I sent it out, the problem was, like I said, it went to get the vehicle went in to get a battery change, and the battery retainer went up because it did see some of the reflectors, and then I connected the laptop and it was missing a lot of reflectors, so it said navigation lost, and no position on LSI was the error 4110, and they replaced a receiver board. So if that's the receiver board right there, the way I'm gonna know if they changed it, this particular board, is I can mark this board, and then I can mark every little component, and when I get it back and I open it and one of them is missing without the mark, then that tells me that's what they replaced. If it's that board, if it's not a board from in here. So I think that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna mark this whole board. I'm just gonna put an initial right there, and then I'm gonna mark all of them with yellow, probably yellow, and see what I get back. It takes usually about a month to get back. Oh, I see some lint there. Wait, where's that coming from? I need a little brush. Or I need more pressure. Let me get a little brush. I'll be right back. It's supposed to be lint free. I couldn't find a brush, but I just used another I wet the lens tissue, and I got most of it off. So I think that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna mark this board right here. See what happens. I think what they do is replace the whole board. I'm not gonna go through the trouble. I couldn't find anything to mark everything. Like paint or something. I wanted to mark it well, but can you see that little scratch up here? I put a little front slash. I don't want to make it too noticeable, but if they change the board, it comes back and there's no scratch, then that means that they changed the board, and that one of the components on that board went bad. And so my next task would be to figure out what component went bad, but that's for next time, one step at a time. So that's what this video is about. I'm gonna send it out, and then I'll get back with you guys and let you know what was wrong with this laser. So I'll put it back together, and this is the front. And put this like this. Make sure the holes are lined up on the top. They are. And you just want to gently put these back in. I think I have to use both hands, or else it's just going to turn on me. Oh, there it goes. Okay, hold on. Okay, that one's in. And that one seems to be on. Because you don't want to strip the threads. So you want to make sure that they start. Let me check this one. I'll have to check it, and I'll come back in. I slightly tightened them, and I'm putting these little covers back on. I'll send it out for repair and see if they change that board, and then I'll get back to you guys. Thank you for watching. Subscribe and like, and I really appreciate you guys. Talk to you soon. Bye bye.